Goku is being held back by Soma, Sigoma, and Kane, preventing him from helping Vegeta. Just as Aroma is about to strike Vegeta, Lord Akumo arrives and grabs Aroma by the neck, shocking all the gods present. Soma, seeing Lord Akumo, says, "This is impossible. Lord Akumo is still alive." Sigoma adds, "How could he have possibly appeared here?" Lord Akumo stares at them and declares, "You have the audacity to kill a Saiyan in my presence?" Soma replies, "Lord Akumo, step aside and release Aroma." Lord Akumo retorts, "If you gods have the courage, try and stop me. I will finish all of you right here." Sigoma, trembling but defiant, says, "I am not afraid of you. No matter who you are, it was us gods who wiped out all your Saiyans. If you don't release Aroma, you will die here today." Lord Akumo scoffs, "And you have the audacity to threaten me?" Soma insists, "Lord Akumo, this has nothing to do with you. Just leave this place." Lord Akumo says, "All you gods think you can easily defeat the Saiyans. That is your misunderstanding. You have always killed the Saiyans through treachery, and I will not allow that to happen anymore." The scene shifts to Whis, as Gohan and Vegeta approach Lord Beerus and Whis. Vegeta asks, "Lord Beerus, who exactly is this?" Whis replies, "This is Lord Akumo, the father of all Saiyans. But I cannot believe it. How is he alive? He should have perished millions of years ago." Gohan says, "I can feel his power. He is incredibly strong. I can't believe a Saiyan could possess this much power." Vegeta agrees, "You're right, Gohan. His power is immense. I heard legends about him on planet Vegeta, that in ancient times there was a Saiyan whom all the gods feared. His power is truly legendary." Meanwhile, Goku thinks to himself, "So this is Lord Akumo, whom Mikoshin told me about. He is incredibly powerful. His aura is the greatest I have ever felt. He could eliminate any god in a single blow." Soma says, "Lord Akumo, I have orders from Lord Zeno-sama to eliminate these Saiyans." Lord Akumo laughs and says, "You intend to eliminate these Saiyans while I am still here? I don't understand how you can even suggest such a thing. If you value your lives, leave this place now." Sigoma responds, "If you want us gods to fight you, then so be it. We are not backing down." Lord Akumo declares, "I will avenge the deaths of all my Saiyans, and I will send all of you gods to your graves. That is my purpose." Soma says, "As long as I am here, I won't let you do that." Lord Akumo challenges them, "If you have the courage, show me and try to stop me." Kane begins to attempt her hypnosis on Lord Akumo, saying, "I will control him just as I did with Mikoshin and that Saiyan." However, it has no effect on Lord Akumo, who remarks, "You all think you can face me with these childish attacks?" Aroma struggles and shouts, "Let me go." Lord Akumo replies, "Try it yourself, child." Aroma tries with all his might, but he cannot free himself from Lord Akumo's grip. He thinks to himself, "This is the true power of Lord Akumo. I cannot even pull my hand away from his grasp." Seeing this, Whis says, "It seems the gods' dark days have finally arrived." The scene cuts to the Omni Palace, where Zeno-sama, the Grand Priest, and other gods are gathered. Zeno-sama says, "Surely those two must have finished off that Saiyan by now." The Grand Priest replies, "My lord, I am certain they have finished him, as Sigoma and Aroma are our most powerful gods, ones who have never been defeated." Trigomas interjects, "I don't think we should have relied on them. That Saiyan is too powerful. He is difficult to defeat. I would have finished him off earlier if that Mikoshin hadn't intervened." Zeno-sama states, "I am still alive. If those two haven't finished that Saiyan, I will leave the Omni King's throne and finish him myself." Locus asks, "If you do that, then who will become the Omni King?" The Grand Priest says, "That is not important right now. It is essential to kill that Saiyan, or the day won't be far off when he becomes the Omni King." Zeno-sama commands, "All of us gods must work together to eliminate that Saiyan." Back at the battlefield, Soma says to Sigoma, We cannot stop him alone. He is too powerful. Defeating him is impossible. Sigoma agrees. We must all attack him together. Lord Akumo taunts. What's the matter? Are all you gods afraid? Soma says, I'm telling you for the last time, step aside or we will all kill you right here. Lord Akumo replies, go ahead, try it. Soma and the other gods launch an attack on Lord Akumo. Lord Akumo uses his other hand to block all of them with a burst of energy and says, so, you all came to stop me? Watch how I finish this. Watch as I take his life right in front of all of you. Lord Akumo fires a ki blast directly into Aroma's face, killing him instantly. The gods and everyone else present are stunned. Sigoma screams, what have you done? Lord Akumo coldly replies, he is finished. Now it is the turn of the rest of you. Then Sigoma says, I will not let you live. You finished my brother. To this, Lord Akumo says, if you all have so much power, then use your full strength. Otherwise, you all will regret that I did not let you use your power before dying. Then Soma says, enough is enough. You did wrong. Akumo, you shouldn't have done this. To this, Lord Akumo says, I shouldn't have done this. Then how can I forget what all you gods did to us, Saiyans? Now the end of all you gods has come. Then we see Sigoma attacking Akumo. But Akumo stops his attack very easily and throws Sigoma very far away with a single punch. Then Soma also tries to attack Akumo, but Akumo suddenly reaches behind him and says, why? Were you looking for me? Then Soma gets very scared. Then Ken tries to attack Akumo from behind, but Akumo grabs her hand. Then Ken, shocked, says, he is way too fast. Then Akumo says, I will kill both of you together. Then Lord Akumo grabs Soma's head and Ken's hand and throws them both into the air. And with a powerful punch, he throws them both very far away. Seeing all this, Goku and everyone else gets shocked. Then Goku says, this is impossible. After all, how can a Saiyan be this powerful? Their strength is incredible. He is many times more powerful than me. Then Vegeta says, but how did he get here? And why does he want to kill all these gods? Then Goku says, Mikoshin told me about them. They are Saiyans of our own clan. They were kept to protect the gods. But the gods betrayed our clan and all other species of Saiyans and wiped them out. But I don't understand one thing. How did they survive for so many years? Then Whis says, Saiyans can live for millions of years when they surpass the power of the gods. To this, Gohan says, meaning, what do you want to say? To this, Whis says, when someone achieves multiple pedestal power, their strength becomes equal to or greater than the gods. So, they can also live for millions of years like the gods. Hearing this, Goku gets shocked and says, what? This means they have multiple pedestal power. To this, Whis says, yes, absolutely, there is no doubt about it. After this, we are shown the Omni Palace, where Zeno-sama, the Grand Priest, Trigomas, and Locus are also present. Then Locus says, something does not feel right. To this, Zeno-sama says, why? What happened? After all, why are you saying this? To this, Locus says, why is it taking them so long? If it were me, I would have finished them all by now. To this, the Grand Priest says, don't worry about that. I have full faith in both of them. They will finish them all. To this, Trigomas says, you should not ignore his words. Those Saiyans are not ordinary Saiyans. And whether Aroma and Sigoma have finished them both or not, it has not been confirmed yet. To this, the Grand Priest says, I am not ignoring anything. I am just waiting for the right time. I sent Aroma and Sigoma because they both are very powerful, and I think that Aroma and Sigoma will finish them all. Then Locus says, my lord, but I don't think so, because he doesn't have the power that I have. To this, the Grand Priest says, if Aroma and Sigoma will not be able to finish that Saiyan, then you will be sent. But right now, we have to wait for the right time, because this will also give us a chance to gather all the gods. To this, Locus says, okay, my lord, as you say. Then we are shown towards Lord Akumo. And then we see Sigoma, Soma, and Ken standing in front of Akumo. Then Lord Akumo says, "There is still time. I give you all one more chance. Leave from here. Otherwise I will dig all your graves right here." To this, Sigoma says, "You have killed my brother. I will take revenge for that, even if I have to give my life for it." Then Lord Akumo, laughing, says, "Okay, if this is your wish, then I will not disappoint you. Just keep in mind that when I kill you, don't try to run away." Then Sigoma increases his full power and comes into a new form, and Soma and Ken also increase their power. Then Sigoma, Soma, and Ken all three attack Akumo together. But Akumo dodges their attack very easily and grabs Sigoma with his hands and throws him away with a kick, and hits Soma and Ken with a punch each, throwing them very far away. Then Lord Akumo reaches Sigoma in the blink of an eye and starts hitting him continuously. Seeing this, Soma and Ken get shocked. And then we see Akumo taking Sigoma upwards while hitting him and saying, "Now your game is also over." After saying this, we see that Lord Akumo does a ki blast on Sigoma, due to which he also finishes right there. Seeing this, Soma and Ken get shocked, and everyone else also gets very shocked. Then Lord Beerus says, "What? They even finished Lord Sigoma. This Saiyan will not leave anyone alive." Then we says, "What did I tell you, my lord? The bad time for all the gods has now arrived." Then we are shown towards Akumo. Then Soma says to Ken, "How can this be? Sigoma is a very powerful god. He could not even stand in front of Akumo. And now, how will we face him?" Then Lord Akumo says, "Now it is the turn of you both, so get ready to die." Then Soma says, "I cannot tolerate this at all, that you have finished a god. I will take revenge for this." To this, Lord Akumo says, "Then why have you both stopped?" To this, Soma says, "You have done wrong, Lord Akumo. You have done something very, very wrong. I will not let you live now." Then Akumo says, "You all gods have the same cliched lines. I will not let you live. But unfortunately, even if all you gods come together, you will not be able to do anything to me. And I will take revenge from Zeno-sama and all the gods for what you all did to my Saiyans. I will break you into so many pieces that your future generations will remember it." To this, Ken says, "My lord, we should not fight this Saiyan because we both will not be able to face his power together." To this, Soma says, "No, I will take revenge for the death of the gods." To this, Ken says, "Okay, my lord, I will also support you." Then Soma and Ken power up and attack Akumo, which Akumo stops with just one hand. Then Akumo grabs Soma's hand and hits him with a powerful punch, causing him to fall far away. But just then, Ken also attacks Lord Akumo, but Akumo throws her far away with a single punch too. Then Akumo goes to Soma, but Soma is not there. Seeing this, Lord Akumo is a bit surprised and says, "He was just here. Where did he go?" Then we see that the entire sky turns black. Then only Soma's voice comes, "Akumo, I know you are very powerful, but I am also many times more powerful than you." Then Lord Akumo says, "You all gods only know how to fight by hiding, and that is the worth of all you gods." Then Soma says, "Take this now." Then we see that Soma suddenly creates many clones all around Akumo, and they all fire their ki blasts at Akumo at once, causing a huge explosion. All the gods and mortals are shocked to see this. Then Lord Beerus says, "What happened?" After this, we are shown towards the Omni Palace, where Zeno-sama, the Grand Priest, and all the other gods are present. Then Trigoma says, "I am not able to feel the energy of Aroma and Sigoma." To this, Locust says, "I am also not able to feel their energy, my lord. Something does not feel right." Then the Grand Priest says, "You all don't worry. This is their technique, because of which no one can detect them." To this, Zeno-sama says, "Grand Priest, How can you say this with such certainty? To this, the Grand Priest says, both of them are known for hiding themselves from the very beginning. With this technique of theirs, the enemy cannot detect them, and that is why they both are able to defeat the enemy very easily. To this, Zeno-sama says, I hope, Grand Priest, that your words are correct. After this, we are shown towards Akumo, where Soma has stood up many of his clones and they all fire ki blasts at Akumo at once, causing a huge explosion. All the gods and mortals there are shocked. Lord Beerus also says, what happened? Then Whis says, it is impossible to kill Akumo. Then the smoke clears. Soma is very shocked to see that Lord Akumo does not have a single scratch on him. He is standing just as he was. Then Akumo says, if this game of yours is over, then should I kill you now? Then Soma says fearfully, this cannot be. How can this happen? Please forgive me, Lord Akumo. Then Akumo says, I will not forgive any god. What you people have done to the Saiyans is not worth forgiving. Then we see that Ken also comes there, and she is very badly injured. Then Akumo, seeing Ken, says, it is good that you came too. Now I will kill you and this fool together. Then, with great speed, Akumo reaches Soma and Ken and starts hitting them continuously. Then Soma says to Akumo, Lord Akumo, let us go, Lord Akumo. Then Akumo says, how can I let you all go just like that? I have just started killing you both. After saying this, we see that Lord Akumo starts beating Soma and Ken very badly. Soma and Ken try very hard, but they are unable to do anything in front of Akumo's attacks. Then we see that Soma and Ken become half dead from the beating. Then Akumo moves his hand forward and says, if I want, I can finish you right here. But I am sparing you both so that you both go and tell all the gods that the end of you all has come, and very soon all the Saiyans will rule over this multiverse. Then we see that Soma and Ken run away from there. After this, we are shown the Omni Palace, where Zeno-sama, the Grand Priest, and all the other gods are present. All the gods are waiting for Aroma and Sigoma. Then Locust says, we have been waiting for them for so long, but they haven't come yet. Lord Zeno-sama, I say, give me a chance to go. To this, Zeno-sama says, okay Locust, you go and find Aroma and Sigoma. Then we see that Soma and Ken are coming towards the Omni Palace very fast. Then, seeing them both, all the gods are shocked. Soma and Ken are very badly injured. Then Trigalmas goes to them and says, what are you both doing here? And who did this to you? To this, Soma says, big brother, Lord Akumo has done this to me. Hearing the name of Lord Akumo, all the gods are shocked. Then the Grand Priest says fearfully, what? Is Akumo still alive? To this, Soma says, yes, he is still alive. And he has warned me that he will finish all the gods. And he has also said that now only Saiyans will rule over this multiverse. Then Zeno-sama says, it seems now is the time to tell them. After this, we are shown Lord Akumo, where Goku and the other gods are. Then Akumo gets very angry seeing Beerus and the rest of the gods, and he approaches them, attempting to attack. Then Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan step in between. Lord Akumo stops and says, get out of my way, I will finish all these gods. Then Goku says, wait, Lord Akumo, you cannot kill them. Lord Beerus and Lord Champa are on our side. To this, Akumo says, no, Saiyan, you are supporting these gods. These gods can betray anyone at any time. These gods have always been against us. To this, Goku says, no, Lord Akumo, Lord Beerus and Whis have been with us for centuries, and Lord Champa has never gone against us either. And I have full faith that they will never go against us. To this, Lord Akumo says, all right, Saiyan, I will not kill them. But if these gods go against us in the future, you will be responsible for it, Goku. To this, Goku says, all right, Lord Akumo, I will take responsibility for whatever happens next. Then Vegeta says, but how are you alive? Then Goku also says, Lord Akumo, I heard from Mikoshin that the gods had finished you off. To this, Akumo says, no god can finish me off. No god has the courage to end me. When I had the fight with the gods, I teleported myself to another dimension. And I stayed there and trained myself for millions of years. And I waited for the right time. And when I felt the power of a Saiyan, I came here to see which Saiyan it was whose power I was sensing in that dimension. And now, the time has come where only we Saiyans will rule this multiverse. But what did you say, Mikoshin? Where is she? To this, Goku says, she used all her strength while saving us from Trigomus. That is why she was killed. Hearing this, Akumo gets even angrier and says, I will not spare those gods. I will not spare any god in this multiverse, Saiyan. Then Gohan says, why is he getting so angry over that god's death? He himself hates gods. Then Whis says, Angel Mikoshin is Lord Akumo's wife. Hearing this, everyone is shocked. Then Goku says, is this true? To this, Whis says, yes, absolutely. That is why she was supporting the Saiyans. Then Lord Akumo says, now, let any god come, I will not spare anyone. After saying this, we see that Lord Akumo leaves. Then Goku says, we also have to gather all the warriors, because now we have to prepare for a very big war. After saying this, we see our warriors leaving for other universes, and Beerus and all the other gods also leave. After this, we are shown the Omni Palace, where the Grand Priest, Zeno-sama, and all the other gods are. Then the Grand Priest says, this is impossible. How can Akumo be alive? Then Trigomus says, we all had finished him, so how did he become alive again? Then Locus says, we have to do something as soon as possible, Grand Priest. Otherwise, he will finish us all. Then Zeno-sama says, we should not make any decision in haste right now. Akumo wants the throne of the Omni King, and he will try to rebuild the Saiyan Empire. To this, Trigomus says, so what should we do now? To this, Zeno-sama says, we should also gather all the gods. Then the Grand Priest says, my lord, and what about that Saiyan Goku? To this, Locus says, my lord, don't you worry about him. I will take care of him. To this, the Grand Priest says, alright, you go. After saying this, we see that Locus leaves. Then Trigomus says to Soma, how are you alive? To this, Soma says, when Mikoshin asked for a wish from Zalama, I was revived. Then the Grand Priest says, we have very little time. We have to do everything as soon as possible. To this, Trigomus says, alright, but I have some urgent work. I have to leave from here now. To this, Zeno-sama says, alright, Trigomus. After saying this, we see that Trigomus also leaves. Then the Grand Priest says, my lord, this has become a very big problem. To this, Zeno-sama says, whatever happens, Grand Priest, just like we all joined together and wiped out the entire Saiyan species, this time too, we will all join together and finish that Saiyan and Akumo. After this, we are shown Goku. Goku and all the other warriors are going to another universe. Then on the way, they feel a very powerful energy. Then Vegeta says, Kakarot, are you feeling this energy? To this, Goku says, yes, Vegeta, I am feeling this energy, and it is very strong, and it is coming from that planet in front of us. Let's all go and see what this is. Then Goku and all the others reach that planet. Then Goku says, this energy was coming from this planet, but I don't think anyone lives on this desolate planet. Then Vegeta says, Kakarot, we are just wasting our time here. Come on, we have to do everything soon. Then Goku says, alright Vegeta. Then suddenly, a ki blast hits Goku and the others, causing an explosion there. Then Vegeta says, who did this? Who had the courage? Then a voice comes from there. Get out of my planet! How did you all dare to come here? Vegeta says, you fool, I'll teach you a lesson right now, and tries to attack Broly. Goku stops Vegeta and says, Vegeta, wait! Goku asks Broly, who are you? And why did you attack us for no reason? Broly replies, my name is Broly, and this is my planet. If you value your lives, leave here immediately. Goku says, we aren't here to fight you. I am against all the gods, and I am building an army. You are a Saiyan, and I need your support to fight those gods. Broly says, I don't care who you are fighting. Leave, or I will finish you all. Vegeta says, Kakarot, get out of the way. I'll handle this idiot. He talks too much. First he attacked us, and now he's talking about killing us. Vegeta lands a powerful punch on Broly, making him stumble back. Broly then strikes back with a heavy punch, sending Vegeta flying far away. Everyone is shocked, saying, he sent Vegeta flying with just one punch. This is no ordinary Saiyan. Next, we see the Omni Palace, where Zeno-sama, the Grand Priest, and all the gods are present. The Grand Priest says, my lord, I fear Akumo might pose a serious threat to us. Zeno-sama replies, Grand Priest, I fear the same. Akumo's return creates a problem, but we must be prepared. The Grand Priest adds, my lord, I don't understand how Akumo is still alive. We all killed him together. Then, all the angels and gods of destruction arrive. They bow before Zeno-sama and the Grand Priest. The Grand Priest announces, Akumo has returned and he wants to kill us all. Belmod says, my lord, Akumo has returned and is supporting Goku. He has already finished off Lord Aroma and Sigoma, and the warriors from my universe, including Jiren, have joined him. The Grand Priest says, I am aware of all this. Lord Zeno-sama has called you here so that all the gods can unite to hunt down and eliminate Akumo and all the mortals who oppose us. I expect no objections from any of you. Am I right, Champa and Beerus? Beerus and Champa, trembling, reply, yes, my lord, we have no objections. The Grand Priest tells them they can leave. After this, we see Lord Akumo searching for the Super Dragon Balls, but he cannot find them anywhere. He says, I've searched all universes, but I can't find them. I must go to Zalama. He arrives at Zalama's location. Zalama is terrified and says, Lord Akumo, you're here? Akumo says, yes, it seems you aren't happy to see me. Zalama replies, no, my lord, I am happy, but I thought you were gone. How are you alive? The gods killed you. Akumo replies, no one can kill me. I don't have time for this. You need to grant me a wish. Zalama says, Lord Akumo, before you arrived, the angel Mikoshin came here with a Saiyan and asked me to revive all the universes. I used all my power to grant that wish, and now I don't have enough strength to grant anyone else's wish. Akumo says, that means your survival is unnecessary. You should die. Zalama, trembling, says, Lord Akumo, I have another way. You must go to my father, Lord Dopara. He can surely help you. Akumo says, it's a good thing you told me about your father, otherwise you would have died by my hands today. Akumo leaves to find Dopara. After some time, he reaches him and says, Dopara, I am Akumo, father of all Saiyans. You must grant me a wish. Dopara says, yes, Lord Akumo, tell me how I can help you. Akumo says, revive all my Saiyans, my 2 sons, and Mikoshin. Dopara replies, no, Lord Akumo, I cannot do that. Doing so will exhaust all my power, and I won't be able to do it again. I cannot help you with this. Akumo says, Dopara, if you refuse to obey me, I will bury you alive right here. Dopara is terrified. Akumo quickly grabs Dopara by the neck and says, do as I say, or I will tear your head off. Dopara says, okay, my lord, as you command. Suddenly, the sky turns golden, and a bright light shines everywhere. Dopara says, Lord Akumo, your wish is granted. We see, one by one, all of Akumo's Saiyans start coming back to life. Lord Akumo declares, "Get ready, gods! Now I will show you the true power of the Saiyans."